Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Passing pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
Come on, man. You know what time it is. Your boy's always on time. Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. I am the host, Braylon Edwards. Excited to be with you guys. Also, Shep, excited. Kool-Aid is back in studio, as well as Sweet Potato Camp.
Here we
First
go.
time that we've had the complete gang together.
It's been
in
a while.
very, very long time. That's because Sweet Potato Camp keep going out of town.
All the time.
Jesus Christ, every time you look up, well, you know, I gotta go.
And he
to
comes back with a
Tennessee,
sweet
bro.
potato cap on, right?
But the energy
Hey, you
is
know what?
Miss Cam, my man Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid, we'll start with you. Welcome back from L.A., where we got a chance to see the All-Star game. Talk about your experience in a nutshell.
Hey, you know what? It was an awesome experience. It never beats, it's never a bad thing to get out of the cold, get a little bit of sunshine, and got to see some family as well. But
Nice.
Honestly, it was the reception of the people there. It was awesome. And some of the fans there, some of the Detroit fans there, they know who Woodward Sports is. You know, they were like, hey, man, we watch you and Platty for, like, Pistons postgame. Or I watched this show. I watched the Braylon show. I watched the heavyweight. So that was really, really cool experience to be a part of that, to know. In these 5 years of Woodward Sports, we've had some pretty high highs, man. So it was dope, man.
So how much did you enjoy it?
Oh, I loved
And
it.
what was your favorite part of it? Second time you've gone to the All-Star festivities, but first time in Los Angeles, California.
K holding that trophy, I guarantee it.
You know, seeing them win was dope, but I was talking about this with Jared just before the show. This year, it felt like I knew what I was doing. The first year, it was hectic. This year, I walked in and it felt like, oh, you've been here before. You know what to do, even though it was in the Intuit Dome, that big immersive ring around the whole stadium, no Jumbotron. But just kind of being around the players, felt more comfortable this time.
Sure.
And probably the most favorite thing, I like the fact that the Pistons team won, but Pistons PR setting up the kind of Detroit media interview with Jalen Duren for with Omari Sankofa and I, and just being able to talk.
God, I
so
love what he said.
that
man.
was
I
fire.
freaking loved what he said.
He had me fired up. That was my favorite.
You know, the whole thing. It's like you didn't have. Did you read his quote? You didn't come when you didn't have any money. You
Yep.
never want to go back once you finally do get money, right? And that's how we feel. That's a perfect description of going from nothing to something and never wanting to go back down. I thought it was absolutely perfect.
Loved
what
it.
he said.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Play with a lot of guys in the NFL or even in the college ranks, guys. That term, get it out the mud, is a real term. It's a term a lot of the guys that I play with, a lot of guys Kool-Aid in the industry and the business, they mean that. They're true to that. When they say they got out the mud, man, the circumstances and the situations that they were in, whether it was the household, whether it was whatever it was, when you get to a point where you get that degree, you get to the pro level, you get to a space where you got some money in your pocket, you have a home around you, you can provide for your family, you go back to that moment. And then those are the moments, those are the memories that keep you from doing dumb stuff to lose hold
Talk
of
about
that.
it.
Because real talk, like once you get it, it's about maintaining it. Because it's easy to lose it, man. One wrong mistake
he's
here,
preaching.
one wrong mistake there.
Especially with all the hangers-on that you guys experience.
And you know what? You don't believe me? Ask John Morant in his camp. Because those hanger-ons that John Morant had no idea existed until he got to Memphis, those are the same individuals that almost brought him down completely.
And sometimes it's not just the hangers-on. Talk to Jack Johnson, who played in the NHL, and his mom and dad were taking money from him. He's a
Facts.
University of Michigan guy, as you
Facts.
know. You got to be very careful. Look, I say
That
this.
Macaulay Culkin treatment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got to divorce my parents.
I say this all the time.
Yeah.
Look, if you're an athlete and you keep people at arm's length, I'm okay with that. I don't blame you one bit, because everybody is tugging at your shoulder and asking you for more, when you're the one who's worked your ass off for it. You're the one who deserves to be all that. So I love that response from Jalen Duren. I'm really happy that he played well. Cade Cunningham played well. My favorite was J.B. Bickerstaff of the entire game, and we'll get to that coming up. So, obviously, anytime you go to Los Angeles, if you had the All-Star game in Detroit, the big names are guys like this. We love our athletes, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay,
when we see guys like Braylon Edwards at a game, like Jalen Rose at a game, we're going to say, hey, these guys, those are our heroes. Those are the ones that we brag about. In Los Angeles, it's all the people who are getting suction cupped on a regular basis and people who are as fake as a $2 bill.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
who did you run into that you liked
You
and
talking
were
little-
in
little
almost
post-op?
I'm talking about
post-op
yeah.
situation?
Well, you know he was invited to every party.
Hey man, you can't you can't shame people that like to get post-op stuff down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? we live in a different time. Shame on you, Shaq.
Who was it, Kool-Aid?
He said the noses and the chins were a little different. Huh?
One of the coolest meetups was Lou Will.
Oh,
We got to
okay.
be in the elevator. We were
Wings.
going down the media and everything. And I looked over and I was like, man, that guy looks like. And I was like, oh, that is him. And I was like, hey, what up, though, Lou Will? And he looked over. He saw me. He's like, man, what up, man? What up? He was like, good year the Pistons are having. I'm like, yeah, man. I asked him what he thought of them. Obviously, we've heard him talk on their on his podcast. I don't necessarily want to, give the free advertisement. But
Right.
they're doing their thing. They give Cade and them a lot of love. And he said he really believes in what Cade can do this year and that he's an MVP candidate. So that type of stuff was pretty cool. Being kind of around the scrums like Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Glorilla.
Glorilla.
That was pretty cool, man. Like it was immersive. It was
Did you
immersive.
talk to Amon-Ra St. Brown about when he brought his foundation in here and did some
I wanted to. That was the thing. He was popular, and I forget he has local ties there.
Sure,
collegially.
yeah, played at
This guy's
USC.
popular. People were walking around like, yo, that's Amon-Ra from the Lions.
Yeah.
So he got
he was
swarmed
bigger.
after the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his girlfriend was there as well. And right after,
Shocking.
she pulled him out of that huddle and went right back to the
100%.
locker room.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think we're used to our celebrities not having that reach as it relates to the national appeal. Like
he was
It's
popular.
only a couple players that you can get. Calvin, Megatron Johnson is one that reached out there without necessarily being a guy that clamored it. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown's different. Like we forget that he was on wide receivers. We forget that whenever he gets a chance, he's celebrating. People around the country and social media, they connect with the celebrations, his podcast. He, like you said, USC ties. Like he actually is. He's a beacon of light, like in the NFL. He's one of their more popular players.
For
so
sure. Plus his
100%.
personality helps.
Yeah, and NFL
Good
is
dude.
king.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Amen to that. Well, it's
Yeah,
good to have you back, man. I mean, we
Hey,
missed you
definitely
for
glad to be
sure,
back.
but it's awesome. Can't wait for more stories throughout.
What-
Cam is back with us too. Sweet potato Cam. He was out in Austin. You got a nice
Amongst other places.
a nice hue. You got a nice tan there.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
Cam.
Lots of patio time, tacos, pool time, hikes.
Took some hikes.
We got it all
You
in.
climbed some mountains, did you?
No, some foothills. I
Okay.
don't know. There's no mountains down there.
Little peyote
Follow
induced.
some creeks,
I
you
was
know.
going to say,
little peyote.
climbing on a treadmill doesn't count. You know that. Right? We're talking about real life mountain and escapes and things of
Yeah,
that nature.
we'll call it trail hiking.
Okay,
man.
trail
Okay.
hiking.
Yeah,
I
we'll
got
call
you.
it.
You got them steps in the right way.
You bet.
What was the best thing you ate out there? What was the most fun you had out there?
Good question. It's got to be my tacos.
Okay.
Quantos,
Home of the Tex-Mex,
Yeah.
I should say.
Quantos tacos. It's my favorite taco on the planet. So that was easily the best.
No
thing I
rattlesnake
ate.
out
Some
there
excitement about that. Those tacos.
No,
You a
right.
taco over burgers guy?
Oh, 100%.
Tacos over pizza?
1,000%.
Wait,
yeah.
tacos over pizza?
Tacos over wings?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm winged out though.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I've been,
Everybody's got a version of a wing these days.
Yeah.
They sell them at the, once they start selling them at the gas station,
Think
I know
long
we're
and
in
hard
trouble.
before you're
Gas
He's
station
asking
and
you some
fast
pretty
food.
blasted questions. You better be careful there.
Yeah.
Tacos over burgers.
Tacos
That's
over
interesting.
burgers.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
I'm
I mean,
not mad at that.
That's doctor's orders though, right there. I was told to stay away from red meat.
Oh, so you're doing chicken and ahi tacos and stuff
Fish,
like that.
yeah, fish tacos. Shrimp.
Copy that.
I'm glad you went down there and gave Austin some good luck, because Austin, they went on here and took care of Arizona, so now Michigan's number one in the country. But I want to ask you a question before we skip the All-Star conversation. What was the Intuit Dome like? I remember when it came into existence, everybody was talking about Balmer, the money, the Wi-Fi, the situation. Each seat is very, very similar or identical. What did you learn about the Intuit Dome?
As soon as you step onto the court, it just feels like you stepped into somewhere at like Universal Studios. It was pretty crazy.
Okay.
This thing goes around. This big screen goes around the entire arena, and I've seen it in pictures. I'm telling you, there's no picture or video you will see that does it kind of that justice. You look up to where the Jumbotron is supposed to be, and it's like just nothing there. And it's two-sided as well. So you get kind of everything. You miss no action. The seating is dope as well. The access is cool, but I think the coolest thing about the Dome, and I have some video as well, is the concourse. It's both inside and outside, which is dope. Once you like get into their little crossover or gated outdoor event, you can go wherever you want. So you know how like the outside of LCA is, where you can see the restaurant.
Sure,
that would be considered inside the stadium as well.
100%.
And so they had 7 levels, and media got to be on the 7 levels. Media was on the 7th floor terrace that overlooked the whole like kind of valley. It was sick.
It was the craziest thing about the Intuit Dome, technology-wise. What is the thing you're like? This is insane.
Everything just seemed to be in sync. Everything digitally. So every time a screen moved, there were whole parts of not the floor, but like over the visitors tunnels that we all thought was just kind of black paint. And then all of a sudden a shot goes up and that whole thing changes into like immersive color and stats and this, that, and the other. Like it was overall, you were completely immersed. I want to go and see that Sphere out in LA, but this thing, it gives you kind of like
Vegas.
a feeling of like you're kind of there. Like the action is a part of your seat. Like your ticket came with a little bit more.
You like it more than LCA?
Yeah. Yeah, they had like basketball courts in there. Like it was crazy. This was an arena made for a basketball team. So it was fire. Like basketball courts, they had like a park that they had set up that looked like a 2K park. And you could just hang out there. You could come hours before the game and just hang out, get food, and just chill. People, local celebs would show up, picture opportunities. So
that
that type of stuff
question?
was fire.
Well, yeah. What's wrong with that question?
Because
What? LCA is beautiful. What?
It's okay.
I like LCA, but Intuit,
Okay, hold on.
it's crazy.
It sounds like LCA
hold on.
was.
Intuit is way up here.
Hold on. This is the same thing we do with the fans. We talk about the love for their players, and sometimes they get a little bit biased. LCA is a very beautiful space. It's our space. LCA ain't got nothing on the Intuit Dome.
I've never been to an
crazy.
Intuit Dome, so I wouldn't know how to compare it. So I don't think just because something costs more it means that it's automatically better.
I never said
And
because it costs more,
I
it's
know,
better.
and all I'm saying is it has nothing to do with me being from here. I hated Joe Louis Arena. I
Right.
thought it was a pigsty.
Because it was.
It was. Okay, so I didn't like that. I didn't really like the Silverdome either, even though it got really loud. I think LCA is a beautiful venue. I think it will stand the test of time, and I think it's right up there amongst the best arenas in the country.
I think LCA on the concourse level is a little hollow. I think it doesn't have that much personality for me. Like I look at the personality that the Palace had way more personality than LCA. LCA is a hollow place on the concourse level, filled with some nice statues of the Red Wings. Pistons lack, considering they also are a part of what that place is. I think there are a lot of bad seats in LCA once you get higher up. Like it's almost a completely different situation. So just thinking of that in my experience there, I can imagine it would be better than the Intuit Dome.
Yeah, I like
Wi-Fi is
like
horrible,
for example, I love the manhole covers as you walk around LCA and how it's a tribute to different Pistons and different Red Wings. We have this conversation all the time. I think the Pistons should be probably more represented there. We understand who owns it. That's something you have to keep in mind. They have statues of the Red Wings because it was built for the Red Wings, and the Pistons came on a little bit late, but I'd like to see an Isaiah Thomas statue. I'd like to see a Dave Bing statue. I'd like to see a Bob Lanier statue. I think there deserves to be some more there associated with the
Glad you said
Detroit
those other
Pistons.
names. Zeke deserves his, but those other names, they deserve theirs too.
And I don't think you have to have played there, obviously, because Gordie Howe and Ted Lindsay are there, and Steve Eisman and things of that nature. So
I think
I'm with you on that. Did you get a chance to check out all the facts for Intuit? I remember calling the national championship game at AT&T Stadium in Dallas and asking for a fact list that showed 160 feet
Shep is a
by
pro.
75 feet that contains 30 million light bulbs and 25,000 square feet of video display.
I'm gonna
things like
figure that out. I'm gonna hit up Pistons PR to see if we can get something like that.
because that would have been, that's kind of a. It's just a little nugget every once in a while. I remember, when Michigan played Louisville there and played Syracuse prior to, just had an opportunity to come back with some fun facts about that place.
Speaking of fun facts, Shep, what did you think about Saturday, Sunday experience as it relates to the NBA All-Star game? Take me through.
I got to be honest with you. I really enjoyed Sunday, and I didn't think I would.
Skipped over a whole day. Okay.
The Saturday, it's to me.
but that's a part of the question. Take me through
part of the
Saturday.
Didn't enjoy it.
Okay. Thank you.
Over it, and probably didn't have the greatest attitude going into it. But I didn't. I mean, when a guy wins a dunk contest when he's jumping from the dotted line, it's a joke. Okay, it's an absolute farce, and it's an embarrassment. And anybody trying to stand up to that is just blinded by it all.
I have a concept.
Bray could have won that.
I have a concept.
Bray could have won that
Wait
dunk
till it's my
contest.
turn.
But I will say, on Sunday,
Facts.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And of course, it helps. Look, it helps that J.B. Bickerstaff was there. It helps that Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren were there. And I love J.B. Bickerstaff. He actually made it felt like that team truly cared. Anthony Edwards said as much afterwards. And they actually played some defense, for crying out loud. So I did really enjoy that. If I had to make one suggestion, if you gave me a full game of Team USA against the world, and considering the way Anthony Edwards answered questions about the world and how important it was, and Kevin Durant said the same thing, I mean, the give a crap level was really high.
They wanted to beat them, dog.
I would have loved to have seen a little bit more of that one-on-one and four full quarters and seeing what would have happened. How about you?
I like that, and I appreciate that. I'll start with that. That'll never happen because the NBA is also an American league, and that American league wants to protect their interests, hence why
You're right.
there's a stripes and a stars, and there's only one world. You're right. So they're giving themselves two cracks at it.
You know what?
100%. So that part won't happen because they don't want to lose, and considering what's already out there, which is the world is the tops as it relates to skill in that league. Starting with Saturday. Dear NBA, can you please do a better job of promoting your All-Star weekend? Let's start there. Because legitimately on All-Star Saturday, you're typically watching the three-point contest or the skills challenge about 7:15, 7:30. Here it is. I'm in the kitchen with Britt, and it's about 6 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, they're probably starting to warm up. Don't you know I almost missed the dunk contest and damn sure missed Dame Lillard, who, by the way, why was he in the three-point contest again? Besides being able to actually shoot threes?
Yeah, because considering him as hurt, that surprised me a little bit.
But this is neither here nor there. Let us know what's going on, who's going to be in, and what time it starts. Completely missed the three-point contest. Three-point contest will never change, though. It'll always be a staple. I like it. Everybody can do the same thing, if you will, so that's fine. Dunk contest. Here's another, dear NBA. All the dunks are done. Like, the dunks are done. Like, throughout history, we've seen pretty much every dunk that will exist. A way to change it, do a wheel, put up 10 dunks, 10 dope dunks, whatever those 10 are, whether Zach LaVine, Vince Carter, Jason Richardson, the dunks throughout the years, Michael Jordan, and then you spin on your turn.
I like that idea.
And when you land,
that's a great idea.
Whatever that dunk is, you can do your version of it. Because a lot of things we give these players from the past, we're like, oh, that's the D. Brown. Oh, that's the Steve Francis. Oh, that's the... Well, if somebody younger can do it better, then it shouldn't be their dunk.
Right.
So if you spin that wheel...
So play a video.
100%.
There's the Vince Carter dunk. Now, Kool-Aid, you got to do that dunk. I like that.
What's your version of it?
What a great idea.
Can you get a 50
trying to
on
get
what
me
Vince
like
did? 'Cause if
Jace
you get a 50 on what Vince
I'm telling
did,
you.
we're having a whole other conversation.
It's the first time I've heard that. I think it's a great idea. My idea was, let's incorporate some other things in sports associated with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me give you, just put a par 3 out there. Hit a par 3, play a game of ping pong, shoot a game of billiards, and then do a dunk contest. That's really reaching. That's stretching. That's way too much.
I appreciate the creativity.
Yeah, just trying to be a little creative.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, you can pick any one of the three. I'm not saying all do. It's not like we're doing some decathlon here for crying out loud. But I love this idea. It's an ode to the past.
Yeah.
And Dr. J was there. Show me a
100%.
Dr. J dunk. Here you go. Here's the video.
Yeah.
You haven't had a chance to practice it. Now you got to do it on cue. I love that idea.
standardizes it and it makes it
Get to New York.
a
Hurry
skill.
up. Go take a flight.
That
Get to
way-
New York and talk to the entire league and say, this is the way to go in the future.
Part of the dunk process is trying to figure out what 4 dunks am I going to work on that are going to stand aside from everybody else's. Now I got to work on these dunks for 3 weeks,
Right.
and I don't know if they're good or not. You don't take some of the thought process out of
Yeah.
it. Spin that wheel. This is a dunk. All right, cool. You know what? I don't know if I'm really a through the legs type dunker, but let's see what I got tonight.
I got to give it a try.
Yeah, see what I got
Yeah,
tonight.
this is not Dancing with the Stars where you
Yeah.
get a chance to practice for a while.
Yeah.
Get out there and get it done. I
And
love that
I like
idea.
it too because it makes it more direct. It standardizes it and it makes it about skill set, something that people can kind of work towards.
Yeah.
Rather than this innovative stuff where they're going out there like Jess Richardson and probably putting themselves
Ooh,
in
that was
harm's way. It's
Felt bad- I felt bad
I
for
like
him.
this. I did too,
Yeah.
man. I like this idea. I'm glad he was able to laugh at it later, and that the afro probably
Luckily, he had
saved him.
That's a great call, Cool.
Yep.
Luckily, he had that fro. As it relates to the game itself, we've been begging for competitive nature. We've been begging for it, and we got it in spades. So checks, kudos to all that. Maybe make it so they don't have to play 3 games in a row because my old heads looked a lot tired.
They were
towards the
gassed.
last. They were gassed. One thing, like Kawhi was like,
Kawhi
"Look,
was-
I gave you 31. What more do you want me to do? I'm good." With that being said, you won't get the alley oops and the half court and all the crazy stuff. You're sacrificing that, but I saw enough of that in my day. Like legitimately, that intensity. That's what I want. 3 players I watched throughout that. I watched Cade, I watched Anthony Edwards, and I watched Wemby. Let's start with Wemby. He is here. We asked this question
He's
on the
real.
show last Friday. We said, if you were starting a franchise, what player would you use in their prime? And I said, I don't think it's close. I think it's Wemby. When you watch that game, it's not about how good he is offensively or defensively. It's not about the skill set. It's not about anything. Watch that people followed him.
Yeah.
Like the great ones, the icons of the league, they followed Bron. They followed Jordan. They followed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They followed Magic. They followed those individuals. When he set that pace at the start of the game, everybody was like, well, there it is. Well, this is what we're
when
doing.
he blocked Cade Cunningham,
He let you know.
It said something
Shep,
too. Yeah.
when the last time you seen somebody that pissed at an
I
All-Star
know.
game?
That's a good point.
The first game when they lost on that last second shot,
Yeah.
he was furious.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah. Me too.
So he's
Fired up.
He's him.
He,
Like,
he
is
moved up in
every-
my eyes a little bit with that whole thing. I know he's as great as he is, but from the emotional standpoint, I agree 100%. Anthony Edwards, what he said
He moved up in
afterwards
my eyes a
moved
lot.
up in my
But he was
eyes
already high in
as
mine, but
well.
yeah,
You know, I mean,
so-
I thought, you know what? You do care. I love that. That's good for you.
You know what? He was one of those players, and it was like obviously Wemby. Seeing him on the court was different. Off the court, he's very mild mannered, but seeing him in that game, kind of invoking what we were talking about with recipes Kobe.
Yeah.
I loved
He's an
what he
absolute
brought to
freak,
that.
isn't he?
Anthony Edwards. He's a competitor everywhere. It's not just on the court. You see him competing with people, even like in the media sessions. He's walking by people and saying things. Nah, I bet you ain't going such and such. I'm like, yo, this guy is ready all the time, but he's cool too. He was very, very personable, and I liked what this game brought as it relates to
too.
the competitiveness.
Real question here. If the world had Giannis and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander,
Yeah, it wouldn't be close.
okay.
It wouldn't be close. You're putting Giannis, Shea, Wemby, who by himself almost was enough. Wemby, Jokic on the court. Nah, stop playing.
Murray, who
Like
really,
like that's one of those ones we know what it was. We just act like it didn't happen. Like we just talk about this. We talk about what it is. But Anthony Edwards, it goes back to a certain player that wore 23 that plays for the LA Lakers right now. It goes back to that because when your young stars want to play, they can only follow who's running the league. And if the guys in charge of the league, LeBron James, and they don't want to treat it as such. So then you come up underneath.
That's why they split them teams up. Old heads,
If
young
you're not going
stars
to treat it
in the
as such,
world.
then they're not going to treat it as such. Then everybody's going to share in the blame that they don't care. Meanwhile, you switch it up to this. Now you see there is care, there is effort. You just had to get
You will
different
get run
people
off
in
the
charge.
court if you don't care.
There's out of those 3, 2 of those guys are ready to win now, and I think one guy is probably the most explosive talent that's Anthony Edwards, the most explosive talent. When you look at Anthony Edwards, it's like, oh my God, like he's the one of those 3. Cade and Wemby, They're ready to win now. Because the thing that I love about what Cade did in that game, Cade didn't care about having the most points. Cade was making sure the pace stayed where it was at. Shout out to Anderson for having that conversation in the back. He made sure the pace was there. He made sure everybody was playing defense on both sides. He made sure the guys that were hot stayed with the ball. Anthony Edwards, how many times did you get fed from Cade? 1,000%. Right. Cade was all over.
And had a nice block.
Twice.
And a steal.
2 big blocks. As a blueprint on that game, his blueprint was on every single game that he was in, especially 2 and 3.
Yeah, 3 games, 15.7 boards, 7 assists for Cade Cunningham's. 3 games, 15.7 boards for Jalen Duren, and those yellow look-at-me sneakers, which were pretty sweet. Yeah. I was listening to NBA radio. I know, that's stupid, but I was listening to NBA radio afterwards, and Sam Mitchell was talking about if Cade Cunningham is going to win the MVP, he's got to win it this year. Because it's going to be Victor Wembanyama's for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, initially, being the Detroiter, the resistance was there, okay? It's kind of like you're driving with me and you're slamming on the brakes because you see all the red lights in front and I haven't broken yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the same way here. I'm thinking, hold on a second there, buddy. And then you have to take a step back and you realize – just how much of a dominant player he is in so many categories: scoring, rebounding, block shots, even assists. He can handle all these different things. He really is a unicorn when it comes to this standpoint. And it did make me think a little bit. Does he have to win it? Does Cade Cunningham have to win it this year? Because you see so many others. Anthony Edwards will be in that conversation.
That's where I was 100%. He doesn't.
It would be
he doesn't
advantageous
have to win it this year, because he's still entering his prime. But it'd be advantageous, like Kool-Aid said, because it's going to be a battle down the stretch with Wembanyama for the years to come. It's going to be a battle. Now that it seems Anthony Edwards is starting to join a different trajectory in terms of his game. But the winning this year, it will help getting out the way and win this year. And the way to win it this year, though, Shep, is similar to what he did in that game. Only little bit of, not negative feedback, but the only thing I would say, got to be more aggressive. There was an opportunity for Cade to be the guy in this game. He chose not to be the guy. He chose to let everybody else be, which is cool. He got the ultimate result, which was the win. But if he wants to be an MVP type of player, you have to be more aggressive.
I'm with you on that. I am. I hate this aspect of MVP in any sport, okay? Right. We look at numbers instead of impact. You know why? Because looking at impact is a lot more difficult. It takes more work. How much is this guy's assist ratio up? What's his assist to turnover ratio? Instead, the low-hanging fruit is what? Points per game. Yeah. Okay? And I hope that's not the situation for Cade Cunningham. And if it has to be, then, like you said, let's be more aggressive. We don't lose sight of just how effective he is and how important he is for this team. My fear is that nationally they don't recognize it as much as we do because we're watching him on a nightly basis. They are not, and that All-Star game gave him the opportunity to say, watch me more, also, if that makes sense.
No, you're absolutely correct. The thing with Cade, though, I'm not really asking him to change his game very much at the end of the day.
Agreed.
His game is amazing. Don't change anything about it. But there are a lot of these games in which you watch in which the Pistons are won in the first quarter. And when Cade has that in his mind that he knows they're going to win in the first quarter, second quarter, Cade goes into distribution mode. Hey, Tobias, you get these guys in. Hey, Gasar, let's get you going a little bit. Hey, Janice, come on in. Let's get you going, see what's going on. He goes into that mode, and you'll look up. He's out of the game with 8 minutes left in the fourth, 7 minutes left in the fourth, and his numbers are, he cracked out 15 points, maybe 9 passes, and then 9 rebounds. So those games, don't be afraid to do what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does. He knows I got to get to my 31.
You want playoff games,
and I'm not forced, and he doesn't force it.
No, I agree. That's why he's second in the league in assists so far. I will say this: he does play a lot. I mean, only Doncic, Edwards, and Harden play more than Cade Cunningham so far this year, which surprised the hell out of me because I thought the same thing while watching him play. At least I saw him for longer than 5 minutes, like I did a year ago. Okay, in the All-Star game. At least I saw him play 3 games, which I loved, right?
You know why he plays a lot more than those guys? Because he still doesn't have a number 2.
Right.
I-
Because he.
I was going to say it was kind of nice to see him playing alongside
Exactly
guys
right.
like Anthony Edwards, like we talked about with
Yeah.
Dylan Larkin on the big stage.
Yeah.
It was nice to see K kind of running with those guys. And you know what? I think Braylon,
so true,
you
man.
want playoff game 2, K Cunningham, where he even talked about it with Kevin Durant, where he said, in game 1, I started off probing a little bit more, but in game 2, it was more like just get to my spots early. And that's the K that sometimes you need. I understand
sure.
sometimes getting your guys involved because you want them, like how they used to force feed Ben
Yeah.
Wallace, but
Yeah.
but Cade is something different than even Chauncey from the scoring and the gravity standpoint.
yeah,
and that's
for
where
sure.
you're like, bro, I wonder sometimes, like I know he knows the type of weapon he is, but I do wonder that drive. I've even talked
He's
about it
just
too.
too unselfish. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
okay?
that's it.
He is looking
He loves
like
his
Bray
teammates.
said.
Yeah.
He's looking out for his teammates, which I applaud. I think it's awesome. I love
He
that
got the skill
leadership
set to
aspect.
go.
He doesn't want to be a selfish superstar. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a unique trait.
Yeah.
I also, by the way, loved his glasses and the question. Somebody, it wasn't Kool-Aid, but some yoke went, "Who's going to win the East?" I mean, what is Judas Priest? What do you think he's going to say? Cleveland, James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, those guys. Of course, he said the Pistons.
After like 6 of those types of questions, I just kind of looked at PR and then was like, y'all good. I'll talk to him later.
Did you pull a Dan
K
Campbell?
looks tired,
Did
dog.
you pull a Dan Campbell?
Goodness.
Like, we're good. I thought that
We're
was
good. Yeah.
I thought that was a great question that was asked, and the answer that Kay Cunningham gave was even bigger than I thought it was, because I had the same question. It was like, where do you get your aura from? And I was going to ask that question as it relates to Kay came in this way.
Yeah.
Like when Kay was 1 year out of Oklahoma State, came here, Detroit Pistons, from first interview to now, like he has been the same person.
Yeah.
He has been very calculated. He has been very mature for his age, and always answering the right way. Like he almost has a coach or also has training or so.
Yeah.
So when they asked me that question, where'd you get the aura from? And his answer is Jesus Christ. I was like he is undefeated. Amen, by the way, brother. But like he is undefeated as it relates to being at that
he
podium.
handles himself really impressively.
Takes his time.
Yeah.
And I think so many individuals, when put a microphone in front of their face, when asked a question, we don't take the time, take a second, think about what the question was, and now how do you want this information to come out of you? Like legitimately, you get asked a question. Oh, I think the best player is. Well, you didn't think about what it was.
Yeah.
He thinks before he concentrates.
The more I hear him talk, the more I see him play, the more I enjoy the superstardom, but the quiet superstardom that he has reached. And it's because he's not self-braggadocious. He is not one of those guys who is a look-at-me guy. His play speaks volumes about the type of player that he is. He doesn't need all the other stuff. He does it with his play, and everybody who follows basketball should recognize that.
Like if you're great, like I don't matter. It doesn't matter how you act. If you're great, I'm gonna still show love. If you want to be out there, this is me. Da 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 da. If you're getting it done on the court or on the field, it doesn't matter. But I will say, it makes it a lot easier to cheer for individuals that let you do the cheering.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
They let you do the cheering.
He doesn't have to sit there and pat himself on the back
Nah.
all the time. And by the way, can we just say this? Jalen Duren's 22. What a bad dude. I mean, seriously. He did he not belong? Did he not look like he belonged? You're damn
belonged.
right he did.
He was more aggressive than Kay.
Yeah.
The game they
supposed to
lost, I thought that he needed to be in the game at the end, and I noticed that they kind of did some changes in that third game.
Did you chastise JB Bickerstaff for that? In the first
After the win, it was like, and he's the new president of the coaches association, so he carries a little bit of weight now, man.
I'll tell you what, if Anson were there, he would have been heckling him to no mercy. Absolutely no
Especially
mercy
Jalen
whatsoever.
Brunson up there.
Yeah.
But I did have this one thing because, I feel like it might be a little obsolete now since Braylon has actually fixed the dunk contest for me.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm serious. I
but
think he should go viral with that suggestion.
I like that one.
Hey,
But
clip it.
But to kind of put it with what you were saying earlier, wanting the longer games, I like the idea of the NBA Cup, but I almost felt like that's something that should have been centered around All-Star. And instead of having these guys play these back-to-back short games, why not one game Friday, one game Saturday, one game Sunday?
So get rid of the dunk contest. Look, NBA Cup is trash.
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye. Come on.
Yeah,
Actually,
the
there's
current winner
something that
didn't
has
raise
the
the
Knicks
banner.
saying how many NBA Cups have they won, and they've got that actually in their bio, which makes me throw up in my mouth. Okay.
Like, come on. We know the NBA Cup was created so we can get LeBron James, His Majesty, another banner. So we can create this.
And they raised that one.
What? Hell
The Knicks is like, no, thank you.
I do. I love that idea. I do. 3 games would be a lot. I would say maybe one Friday, one Sunday, give a day off on Saturday, and have the people with the 3-point and the dunk contest, as long as it's his idea, I could buy that. But a Friday and a Sunday, I'd be all in on that. And then you get a few days off before you're back on the regular
You
slate.
can do 1-1 and then do a shootout. Like if it's a split, just do a shootout at the end. That way you provide even some more fun, another element. Like if it's a tie ball game, 1-1,
bring that park feel into
100%. You guys get your best shooter. We guys get our best shooter, and let's rock and roll.
And you know what? If you don't want to do a full game on a Friday and a Sunday, do a half game on Friday and do
Stuff
a half
like that.
game on Sunday. And with your rosters, what you could do if you had a 16-man roster, you could play 8 guys on Friday against these 8 guys, and then on Sunday play the other 8 guys against the other 8 guys and see how it works.
Yeah, in the future, though, if I'm Team USA, I'm like, look, is Wemby playing this year? Because we better odds if he doesn't play.
I think we've got the equivalent of Lamar Jackson for Braylon Edwards in the NBA. It's now Victor Wembanyama.
He's sick, man.
I know.
I had a conversation with an individual who works at this network, and it was about the projection for Wemby, like in terms of hype. And we talked about this. I just thought for what his hype was, he would have to be a top 5 player of all time. I mean, you look at the hype, it's like, Jordan didn't have this much hype. Jordan didn't have the hype as you brought up last week, but it's LeBron probably had that hype. He's got to be a top 5 player, right? So to watch him in his element, it's just a little pat on the back because I'm like, I know
It's good.
Right.
No, it's really good.
Yeah.
The only 2 players that I can think come close to being as hyped
Magic?
I was going to go outside of basketball. I think you're right about LeBron.
Tiger Woods.
I was going to say Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper was on the cover of Sports Illustrated at age 16.
got big hype,
He was hitting 550-foot homers at the age of 16. He actually graduated high school early and college early so he could get to the Major League Baseball draft. There was a ton of hype around Bryce Harper.
He made some
Tiger
comments
Woods,
this weekend.
He did make some comments because his general manager has made some comments in the past. I don't know if we're necessarily going to get there, but yeah, that's
Go Dodgers.
very, very, very interesting. Great stuff, man. And thanks again for Friday, Kool-Aid, for joining us from L.A. I know you did a lot of hits throughout the weekend, but
thank you
came
guys.
and joined us. And
I got screen sniped.
you
But
You got what?
a Detroit establishment out there, they were watching the show and pulled up on me with some free pizza.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, they were literally watching the show and they were
Okay.
like, oh, I know exactly where he's at, and pulled up.
That's not
I
bad
was like,
at all.
that's fire. So
Shout out to that
His name is
establishment.
That is fire. That is dope. That is everything that you've said in the past, and I'm happy for you because you deserved it. Just out of curiosity, have you taken that hat off in the last 4 or 5 days?
This one, no, I
outside
just
of going to
slept
sleep?
in it the entire time.
Which one of those players got drafted slept in his hat? Didn't we draft him? Was it Terry and Arnold?
Somebody did that.
He's still
I
sleeping.
think it was Terry and Arnold.
Might have been Tia. I
Terry
remember that.
or J-Mo.
Terry and Arnold,
Will that
unfortunately,
work
still
for-
sleeping. You know?
Ooh, you know what? And with that, I'm going to tell you about Ben Johnson.
Please do,
Ben Johnson
yeah.
is the place for you. Let the guy that has been fighting the good fight for a very long time, let him fight for you. He gets the results that you want, whether it's a settlement or a verdict. They want all the smoke, so you're in good hands. Go to venfights.com and let Ben Johnson Law represent you today.
We know Art and Jake's is your go-to for a great sports bar atmosphere, but they also are huge on supporting the community. Art and Jake's has just become a perennial sponsor for the Romeo Lions Club St. Baldrick's Festival. It happens Saturday, March 14th in downtown Romeo. That's my wife's birthday. It's an incredible event. Brave volunteers shave their heads to fund childhood cancer research. Their heads as bald as Kool-Aid's at times. When you can get involved right now, RomeoSB.com. It's at RomeoSB.com. Join the team, get your head shaved, or if you want to keep your hair but still help out, scan the special Art and Jake's QR code on the screen that you got a chance to see. Is it up there? It is. It's right there in the middle of your screen, and donate directly to Art and Jake's team. Let's help them crush their goal. It's the Romeo Lions Club St. Baldrick's Festival. It's happening Saturday, March 14th, and we hope you can make it.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero, icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got to
This guy's got a hot girl. Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential, with over 50 metropolitan Detroit locations, actually 50 plus nowadays. Planet Fitness is the gym for you. You gotta remember, we're all strong on this planet, and that planet is Planet Fitness. No judgment here, squeaky clean gym, and then also there's trainers on staff to make sure you have all the necessary needs to get the best workout in, whether you're starting your journey or you're continuing it. Planet Fitness is where you should do it at.
I'm thirsty. Yeah, I know. I'm sure a lot of you are too. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea can help you with that. Real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles, just a clean, crisp sip. It's not going to fill you up on game day. Only 100 calories, 4.5% alcohol, and perfect for tailgates, couch gates, just hanging out, playing cards, whatever. It's Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, but please drink responsibly.
And we back.
How was Valentine's Day?
Supposed to come back with the video.
I mean, I know Kool-Aid was away from wifey for Valentine's Day.
He was enjoying his Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
he was getting free pizza. He was hanging out with the likes of Jalen Duran and Cade Cunningham. Like, Kool-Aid was doing it all, man. Man about town.
My guess is he probably, I mean, privately, without wifey knowing, he probably wanted to spend it with Cade Cunningham more than his wife anyway.
I'm not gonna go that far.
And you know what?
Brother,
and
maybe
maybe vice versa. Okay. Maybe vice versa. She needs a day every once in a while. Don't all girlfriends and wives?
Yeah, like couples always need a little time here.
Yeah,
and there, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, the fondness, the absence, it makes the heart grow.
How was your Valentine's Day?
It was good. It was good. We did a little double dip type situation, man. Friday night. We actually got a video from Friday night, man. I told you.
I saw this.
When we partner up, man. Go ahead and run that video. Sweet potato.
Think of my man Bray.
You look sharp.
Got the, okay.
Yeah, and I got to hear with the audio. I'm going to play it on this side real quick.
Yo, this your boy Braylon. That was the Braylon Network Show with Chef on Woodward Sports Network, Monday to Friday, 2 to 4. Now, we always tell you that when we partner up with people, we actually partner up with people. You see where I'm at. You see what the logo says. I'm here in Black Rock, enjoying the hell out of myself. First of all, the server right there, Brandon. Brandon was amazing. Brandon, say what up, dog.
What up, dog?
You see what up, dog? The food was amazing. Me and my lady celebrating Valentine's Day a little bit early. Shout out to Britt. She's right behind me. We had chicken tortilla soup. We had asparagus, loaded baked potato.
20
we
seconds.
Also had these sticky ribs, and man, were they sticky. And then we also had the shrimp delicious. So we don't only just talk about it, we be about it. And guess what? When I told them the Woodward Sports name, we got that 20% discount off as well. Woodward Sports, we're on the with the best. Shout out to Black Rock Bar.
All right, let's go. 3,
Top Rock Experience.
2.
In the words
Let's
of
go.
Dave Chappelle, the stickiest of the icky. Stickiest of the icky. No, everything was really good, man. I'm not saying this because I work with Black Rock through Woodward Sports. No, it was good. The service, as you see, Brandon was super cool, super chill. Got us in, got us out to our movie that we saw.
Is that why you ate at the bar?
Yeah.
You didn't wait for the table?
100%. Because we got in on time, but they were a little backed up. And, you know, Britt was like, look, there's seats at the bar. Shout out to Britt for just wanting to sit at the bar. So, yeah, not everybody wants to do that.
I was hoping to see Brittany in the video.
She recorded, bro. She recorded.
Could have Brandon record it.
This is true. Damn, would you relax? Damn, you what type of teammate are you? You know what? It's all good, Chef. I enjoyed that. We went and saw a movie. It was a love story. It was a period Victorian piece. I wasn't really keen on going to see it at first. It was like love. It was like Wutherington Place. I'm like,
wow. Hey, that's taking one for the team.
That's dedication.
But I give you credit.
But I will say,
Witherington
I was locked into it though. It had more than just some boring love story. It was Margot Robbie. So
okay,
see,
oh, wait,
when I say Margot Robbie, a lot of people like
Cam
to enjoy her movies, for lack of a better word. But it was good.
Cam does.
Added different elements to it. Then Saturday, we went to Joe's Produce, picked up some steaks, some lobster, cooked at the house.
You cooked it at the house?
We did.
Good.
I was on the grill.
I like that.
Hit the grill up, and then we were late to the 3-point contest. We watched the dunk contest. Once I saw Jackson Hayes dunk, I was like, yeah, we could put a movie on. Like, he jumped from the dotted line, and he's 6'11".
I know.
I know he missed his dunk, but we did that and watched movies, cracked some jokes.
It's like you're trying to be Michael Jordan, and you're jumping from the dotted line. Okay.
I think what happened
enough is enough.
But it goes back to what we say about Cade. Cade is patient when he's responding to questions, right? Jackson Hayes knew exactly what he wanted to do. When he got up there, once he got to the free throw line, you saw a little bit of that trip, as opposed to stopping, then rewalking his steps over and trying it again. He just said to hell with it, and he dunked it, and he dunked it from a lot shorter than he wanted to. So sometimes it's okay. It's like stepping out of a golf shot. How many of us can step out of a golf shot? Because I know I have a problem doing it.
Not me, man.
I know I have a problem.
I'm just not good enough. I'm just not good enough. It was actually two cool golf stories, just to sidetrack real quick. Colin Morikawa winning for the first time in 874 days.
Shout out.
3 years, 45 events. Very cool for him to birdie 18 and win at Pebble Beach, even though it was an absolute joke on why he had to wait as long. He literally waited 20 minutes for his approach shot on 18, the par 5, because another golfer had gone into the beach, hit the rock, went into the water, had to walk all the way back from where his ball originally crossed, and then hit the shot, and then finish up before Morikawa. So kudos to him. The other is Anthony Kim.
18 is amazing.
Anthony Kim had not won in 16 years, and he won the live event in Australia by 3 shots over John Ram. That's pretty cool, huh?
Shout out.
Good story.
Ballers and Bums coming up at some point.
Ballers and Bums.
I wonder where you're at.
We also have Movie Line Monday. That's where we give Braylon a line from a famous movie. Well, you went 2 for 3. You're bet 666. You're okay there, okay?
Yeah, man.
It's not bad. You've only been stumped once, okay? You've done this 6 times, and you're 5 for 6.
I appreciate
Most
it.
people would say
support.
that's a pretty good American League Player of the Week if you were doing that.
If I was playing baseball, that'd be a hell of a batting average right there, boy.
It's a great batting average.
91 and some change.
I'd take that for a weekend, wouldn't you? So Kool-Aid's got a moving line. Cam's got a moving line. I've got a moving line. We'll get to that coming up as well. Speaking of baseball, just real quick, A.J. Hinch was asked over the weekend about Riley Green and the strikeouts. And we know he led the American League in strikeouts a year ago, okay? We also conveniently forget he had 36 bombs and 111 RBIs. We also conveniently forget he's 24 years young and that he's also been a Silver Slugger and a Gold Glove finalist and an All-Star and helped this team as its best offensive weapon to back-to-back playoff appearances. Now, did they do as well as I think they should have? No. Did they win the division like they thought they should have? No. Is that all on him? It is not. But A.J. Hinch has come out and basically said, we're dwelling a lot on the negative. Now, I don't know how often, I mean, you know what it's like to have expectations, right? As a third overall pick in the NFL draft, you know what it's like to have expectations. A little bit. It's really high, okay? Yeah. And oftentimes it's tough to live up to that. Riley Green was a 5th overall pick, came from high school to professional baseball, and he has really, I think, been a very good player. Even though last year in the ALDS he went 3 for 22. What do you think, how much does that mess with your mind during a personal slump, if you will?
Personally, in terms of when you're going through it, actually thinking about it, are you still the guy? Can you still connect? What's going on? Kind of things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you shut out the outside noise?
So sometimes you got to dial back into what got you there. What got you there? What were your thought processes? Who were you before? I remember in 2008, this would have been my 4th year in the league. I got hurt right during training camp, like right as it started. Got hurt, had to sit out 2.5, 3 weeks, and in doing so, season is upon us. Ended up getting back just in time for the last week before the season started, playing that game. I was struggling, man, from week 1 to week 7 with drops. Like, I legitimately was struggling with drops, trying to switch gloves here and there, and I'm thinking about everything, and I'm overly thinking, like, legitimately, my mind was warped around why can't I catch this football. I had to legitimately go to the practice facility, start watching old film, like when I was at Michigan. Like, this is what worked for me. I had to take it back to Michigan. Like, man, what are you doing? Like, you know this space. You were in the Pro Bowl, last year. So take it back to the beginning. Take it back to the basics. And for me, it was remembering 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I put that mantra back in my head, 1, 2, 3. See the ball to the catch the ball, see the ball to the tuck, and then from the tuck, then explode in the field of play, making that move. I had to go back to what I was taught by my coach, Sue Campbell, 1,000%. And that's what got me through Michigan. And I kind of, along the way, maybe forgot that. So when I tapped back into that, I was able to tap back into what got me into the league. So sometimes you got to go back to the beginning. Sometimes you got to go back to the basics and the fundamentals. A lot of time it's a lot of overthinking. And once you get in this space, you're, because now with this, there's so much exposure online. You're online. You're checking out what people are saying, what coaches are saying, what players are saying, et cetera. So now you may be trying to take a little bit of that. Maybe I'm doing this. Maybe I'm doing that. You got to trust yourself, because at the end of the day, yourself and the coaches before, they got you too.
So I'm glad you brought that up, because I wanted to read you this line from the Tigers manager and get your thoughts on it, okay? Here's what he said. You can psychologically mess a guy up if you're not careful by obsessing over something that people don't like or some imperfection in his game. We choose to continually nudge him for improvement in those areas. But I wouldn't overhaul anything if I'm coming off 2 successful seasons. In other words, we're dwelling on the negative a lot. And we're oftentimes overlooking how much the positive has impacted his team in general. So I love that quote from A.J. Hinch.
Hypercritical.
He's going to stand ground for his guy, and he should. But I think we as fans need to kind of take that into consideration once in a while, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And I think it goes both ways. I think there's some things that they can take into consideration too. I think that there's some things where he can get that bat a little bit better and not have as many situations that we point to. But to your point, we can sit back, relax, and not be so critical and allow, because there was a lot of, I won't say greatness, but there are a lot of on the cusp of greatness moments from Riley Green that get you excited. He's one of the dominant players on the team. So, yeah, it could take a beat at times.
I think what's hurt him more than anything else, not that people wouldn't notice the strikeouts. I hope they notice the 197 by Kyle Schwarber.
Right.
I hope they notice the 190-plus by Eugenio Suarez. 2 guys that strike out a lot. Hit homers, but strike out a lot. And don't hit for a high average, by the way. But I think what really hurt him more than anything else was talking about it. I don't care about the strikeouts. When you say that, so flippantly. And I know Riley. He's a great dude. Like him a lot. I think he could be a captain of this team. Cares a lot. Works really hard at his game. He's one of the first guys at the ballpark. I can promise you that. In all the years that I've covered him, he has been that. But when you say, I don't care about the strikeouts, you get an immediate reaction from a fan base. It's not the smart way to answer the question.
Also, too, it sucks because it's my bad, Kool-Aid. It sucks too because you don't understand necessarily the context. Like, also sometimes you don't necessarily understand, what that moment is. Riley may have been saying, "Man, the hell with the strikeouts because I'm focusing on the positive plays. That's where I want my mind to go." I understand it, and he didn't say all that. So by not getting all that, all we heard was he doesn't care that he strikes out a lot. And then we were able to take that narrative and say, well, he didn't care about the strikeouts. He's just trying to hit bombs, and now we're now we're pissed at what he said. I was in this situation once again. I go back to Cleveland, where going into a game against the Cincinnati Bengals, one of our safeties hit Chad Ochocinco, and it was a late hit. He got flagged for it. He got fined for it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When I get back into the locker room that week, one of our reporters, one of our beat writers, comes up to me, Shep, asked me the question. He said, did you see the hit by such and such on Chad Ochocinco, blah, blah, blah. He got fined for it. And he asked me, what are my thoughts on the hit? Is it a legal hit? Is it a dirty hit? And I simply said I would not want to get hit like that. It was a legal hit based on the fine. And then they cut it. There was no more conversation. And there was more conversation. So then when on Thanksgiving Day of all times, they had in the headline, it says, Braylon Edwards says such and such a dirty player. I never say he was a dirty player.
Right.
I said I wouldn't want him to hit me like he hit Chad Ochocinco because it was a flag on the play and it was a fine on the play and he knocked him out. So I was just simply trying to say I wouldn't want to get hit like that. And then that was the stop. Don't have any context. And now you think Braylon's selling his teammates out. Be careful when the context isn't there. Because I guarantee you what he meant was, I don't care about the strikeouts because, yes, I don't want to strike out 2 million times.
Yeah.
But
fair.
I'm also working on this side of the game. This is how I correct my mind so that I'm not striking out as much. This is how I'm trying to correct that process. But we didn't get all that. It was a quick answer. And that's on him, too. He's got to
take on a life of its own.
He needs Cade's media training.
1,000%. He definitely needs Cade media training. Get him right.
Kool-Aid, any super chats on your first day back in a while? I want to make sure we keep up on those before we head to break. And then on the other side, we've got Braylon's Ballers and Bums. We've got Movie Line Monday and something that a Lion linebacker has become a little bit too sensitive to. We'll talk about all that.
We better enjoy talking about this All-Star game today, ladies and gentlemen, because you do realize there's no pro sports. For 3 days.
That's true.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, the
dead period. We got college basketball, but that's about it.
Yeah, tomorrow night there's some college
Winter
basketball.
Olympics,
and Michigan, number one in the country. It's come out. No surprise, right? Number one in the country.
Blue.
But their best.
Thank you, Arizona.
But their best player. Thank you, Texas Tech too. Wow. Their best player has said something rather controversial about a team they're about to play in a very difficult arena to play in. But go ahead, Kool-Aid. We'll get to all that coming up on the Braylon Edwards Show.
Yeah, I was going to say we do have one super chat in here about the weekend. Michael Wary, shout out to him. He holds it down, getting the chat family to smash that like button, so smash that like button. $2 super chat. He says, is it me or was this weekend a wash? I actually like this
Was it a wash? Was this weekend a wash?
Yeah.
Because Saturday wasn't great, but Sunday was really good?
I feel like ultimately the game is what you want. I had low expectations for the dunk contest, and honestly, I had low expectations for the All-Star game, and it far surpassed those low expectations.
Did you guys like the start times? Because even the All-Star game started early. It started at 5 on Sunday, and then I want to say All-Star Saturday started like 3:30, which is still early as hell in LA too, by the way.
Yes. I liked the game start time of 5 o'clock. I did not like the other festivities when they started.
Same.
What time would you want if it's not
Saturday
5?
night has to start later because I feel like most All-Star week. Well, let me take that back. All-Star weekend is always going to be when it's cold as hell outside. So typically Saturday All-Star weekend, the plan is to stay at home. Fellas come over, your friends come over. You know what I'm saying? Your couples come over. You sit there, you watch that. That's a 7:30 vibe. 7:30 because the skills carry on to the 3, which carry on to the dunk. Now you're done at 11. And then All-Star, I did like having my night at 8 o'clock.
I think Saturday, I think the view is by a lot of sports and a lot of networks is that people go out on Saturday night.
Valentine's Day.
And they want to try and take advantage of while you're at home. So I could be wrong there, but I think like the home run derby, it's summertime. So people don't mind being outside, especially, you know, on the Midwest and the East. So they'll watch it from outside. They'll be outdoors. But Saturday night is usually, it's part of the reason the NFL will never move the Super Bowl to Saturday night. Is because people aren't going to stick around and watch it at home. They're going to be outside, or they're going to be in the community going to a restaurant or so on and so forth, and you can't captivate and grab the numbers for future advertisers.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
I feel you. We didn't talk about the
Go ahead.
The weather this weekend was amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be even better this week.
I was outside like
and
Saturday.
we can shed the coat.
I didn't have a coat on Saturday when I was doing adult things, if you will.
Anything else, Kool-Aid?
All right, get those super chats in. That's it for the super chats for right now. But the people have definitely been active in the chats. I'm seeing some love for Go Blue as well. Rodney Smiley, he says, Go Blue from Flint Town.
They are so good, man.
The fly-in too.
They are so good. I mean, they beat the living snot out of UCLA.
It goes back to what we talked about last week is you've seen them now. They've won every type of game, and it doesn't matter how they do it. They legitimately started off slow yet again because they're bored. They're bored, start off slower. It's kind of like a Floyd Mayweather fight. When you watch Floyd Mayweather, it's not going to be a lot in the first 3-4 rounds. It's going to be Floyd filling out his opponent, still winning rounds, mind you, but filling out the opponent, and then you start to see the dominance round 5, round 6, round 7, the fight's over. I think that's what you see with Michigan. They fill you out the first half, check out, see what's good. Strong last 4 minutes of the half, and then in the second half, you'll see the team they really are.
It's a great point. We can't always have Hearns Hagler from 1985.
Yeah, true.
Wish we could. And for those of you who are too young to know,
come on, man.
All you got to do is go to YouTube. It's the greatest round of boxing in the history of the sport, and I am not being hyperbolic there.
I got a story about that fight.
Good. I want to hear it when we come back.
I got you.
We got a quick timeout.
It's from Tommy's mouth, by the way.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Do you know him as the Hitman or Motor City Cobra?
Motor City Cobra.
Same here.
Yeah.
Most people know him as Hitman Hearns, but if you're from the area, I was going to say Detroit, but if you're from the area, it's Motor City Cobra.
If you know him as Motor City Cobra, you also know he's not from the area.
Right. Correct. Yeah, but he was a staple at the Palace anytime I covered those great Piston teams. All right, quick timeout. When we come back, we've got Movie Line Monday. We've got Bray's Ballers and Bums. We've got a pretty loud piece of confidence from Michigan's best basketball player and a Lions linebacker who might be a little hurt from social media. All that and more coming up
social media,
after this from Massage Chair. I know it's crazy.
He got KD this weekend, too.
You talking about burner?
Burner accounts.
It's like
the burner accounts. All right, but this from Massage Chair. Go ahead.
Hey, if you're looking to take your relaxation to the next level, like I know you are, then you got to visit Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills. It's the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. It features top brands like Infinity and Osaki. I'm telling you that because you're going to remember that when you go and take your visit. All right. Got to experience the difference with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. So remember, Infinity and Osaki. We have the Osaki in our studio and it's next level. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or scan that QR code on the screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Kool-Aid, 52 degrees when I walked into the studio today. That means we can probably turn the furnace off for a short period of time. Let's hope it's turned the corner a little bit, and suddenly it won't be long before we need the air conditioning. Either way, whether you need your furnace or your air conditioning, the place to go is the experts, Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning, proudly serving Metro Detroit for over 40 years of reliable service, treating customers like family, keeping things running smoothly for you, and creating a fast, dependable expertise service company. Everything you could want. SharonsHeating.com or call them today, 734-238-3805, and tell them the Braylon Edwards Show sent you.
Haircuts for men, and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill sub-zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill sub-zero.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. No one gives away more cash and prizes than WoodwardSports.com, and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Check it out, y'all. You can place any bet up to $1,000, and if you lose, you get that bet back. Sounds crazy, but all you got to do is scan this QR code, enter the code Woodward1000, and if your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get that deposit back up to $1,000. That's right, one whole stack back just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet $20. Download the Caesar Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000 or scan the QR code on the screen.
We were just talking about Michigan State, and the number one ranking for Michigan, their length, their depth. It's a problem. It was a problem for Michigan State in the first go-around, but the Spartans got a chance in round two. And that is where you want to be with us at Art and Jake's in Northville when they do finally clash. Why? Well, because you want to watch with good friends, 80 TVs, really good food, but also Sam Adams Cherry Wheat that day. And every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, you get $5 shorts of Sam Adams Cherry Wheat at any Art and Jake's location. Doesn't have to be Northville. It can be any of their 6 locations. Sam Adams Cherry Wheat, Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. $5 shorts, light, refreshingly brewed, and with real Michigan cherries.
You bet.
All right, we just before the break, I just mentioned the Thomas Hearns and the Marvelous Marvin Hagler fight in 1985. It is incredible theater. They just come right out of the corners. There's no tapping gloves. There's no trying to feel one another out. It's just an absolute brawl. It really did look like a back alley brawl, didn't it?
So this is what got Tommy Hearns knocked out of the ring, essentially, and why he lost the fight. If you go back to his early days, Thomas the Hitman Hearn was an amazing boxer, skilled boxer. People that knows before he went pro, he was a hellified skilled boxer, jab, whole night, set you up. Like, he was a strategical fighter from the time he started until when he went pro. In 1977 when he goes pro, Emmanuel Stewart worked on that knockout right hand. Then comes the right hand. Then comes the power. Then he starts knocking people out. 78, 79, 80. He finally wins his world title. Insert when he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. This is how he lost. He was outboxing the first 4 rounds. He was winning on the cards. Legitimately winning on the card. And then he goes on his toes, and then he tries to knock him out. Tries to knock Sugar out. Let Sugar back in the fight. He didn't know Sugar Ray Leonard could hit like that, absorb punches like that, stay in the fight like that. So now he has to go back to boxing. So he stops trying to knock him out, goes back to boxing to get back control of the fight. Now he's back in control of the fight. Round 12, round 13. What does he do? Goes back on his toes, and now he didn't just want to win. This is what happened with Thomas the Hitman Hearns. He didn't just want to win this fight. He didn't want to win on the cards. You know what he wanted to do. He wanted to knock him out, and that's the way in which he went about it. He tried to knock him out in the 14th, the 15th. Instead, when you go to knock people out, what happens? You leave yourself open. He got knocked out instead, and he says to this day, that's the way in which he would have had it. It's a fighter. That's what I want. He wanted the knockout. Could have won on the cards. He wanted the knockout. Went for the knockout. Knockout didn't happen. But people just
it's part of what made him a great fighter.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. People know the overhand right, the right hand, 1,000%. He was a hellified skilled boxer first.
Oh, he sure was.
Yeah.
And beat the living tar out of
Roberto Duran.
Roberto Duran.
That was like the fight where you're like, okay, he is him. Or he is one of the 4 kings, as that era was.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. I mean, it felt like you could never hurt Duran.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about a guy who could take punches. Yeah. He could take punches. Good story. Yeah, really good story. Appreciate that.
For sure.
Really, really liked. I mean, Tommy Hearns probably doesn't get nearly enough pub when we talk about Detroit greats. Like, immediately I go Joe Louis, right? But Tommy Hearns needs to be in that conversation. So that's a conversation for another day.
Always showing no love to Detroiters, man.
Movie Line Monday. You ready for it?
As ready as I'm ever going to be.
Every Monday we give, Braylon knows movies, all right? He does. Can you guess the quote? Movie Quote Mondays, Movie Line Monday, whatever we want to call it. We're still wondering what people are looking at behind Braylon, but at least Braylon's smiling and having some popcorn.
Seems like they're looking at the screen.
Yeah, just so people are aware, last week, this is what Braylon says. I realized we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 people looking that way, and then there's people with Braylon within the first couple of rows looking this way.
You always know
it's not a big
AI
deal. It looks
generated.
good. Yeah.
you can find a little trade. You're like, oh yeah, there it is.
It does look good though, and we always have fun with this segment for sure. So, Movie Quotes Monday, we give Braylon Edwards a movie line. He's got to guess the movie. Okay, so and it can't be one of those movies you haven't seen in a long time. It can't be a black and white movie. It can't be something way back in the day where he's probably not going to. It's got to be relatively.
It can't be a black movie?
Well, I said black and white. Oh, yeah. It could be either one. You're good on all of them, okay? You're good on the black movies. You're good on the white movies. You're good on all the movies. All right, here we go. Kool-Aid, you go first. You've got your movie quote for Braylon. Let's hear it. Now, last week you went 2 for 3.
You might get me with the Bollywood superheroes.
I like this movie a lot, but the line is, they don't come here to sleep. They come here to be waking up.
Well, that's a good one. What was the start of that? That was your intro to the lines? I like this.
I like it. But where it starts is, they don't come here to sleep. They come here to be waking up.
They don't come here to sleep.
The dream has become their reality.
Is this Inception?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yep. Kool-Aid. That was a good one.
6 for 7 on the year.
Let's go.
Speaking of Bollywood.
Okay. All right, Cam, you ready? First day back, you got the quote. He's been thinking about this for a week. He was in Boston.
I am ready.
He was eating a taco, and he's like, you know what? Here's what I'm doing.
Well, nothing
I got a
on. That
really
might be
good
the
one.
movie
All right.
Here we go, Bray.
Oh, man. Here we go.
Alrighty then.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yeah, look at Cam. He's in there celebrating right.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
What? Like, shout out to Jim Carrey, man. Like, he's one of those guys that you follow the whole career because I watched him on In Living Color as a kid. So I saw him from 89 to, The Rise, et cetera, et cetera. That first one was great.
Right. You're in a major role here. Good for you. I think you'll get this one, too.
I'm almost like, don't ask your question. I'm just going to leave 100%.
Here's my movie line for Movie Quotes Monday. You ready?
Casablanca. Here we go.
It's no, that's black and white, remember?
Oh, sure.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. You want to say it in the way the actor said it?
Sound like a Tom Cruise.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
Oh, is that Christian Bale?
It is Christian Bale
As Batman?
As Batman Begins. Well done. All
Shout
right.
out.
It was. I love the voice. I love that voice. That was epic. It's my favorite superhero.
All right.
Hey, gentlemen, that was well done by all three of you.
Yeah, good job. And you
Good
too,
job, Brian.
right?
That was well
3
done.
for 3. So on the year, 9 times, he's 8 for 9. It's not bad, man. I'd take that at the free throw line. I'd take it from the field. I'd take it in the batter's box, and I'd take it as a quarterback. 8 for 9.
You guys got me like watching random movies. Is it going to be this one? Are you going to choose something from this one? I think I might watch Rounders tonight.
That's probably why he went for the movie choice that he did.
Yeah,
I got to be ready for everything.
Oh, you're going to do Rounders tonight?
I think I'm going to do Rounders.
Hey,
Rounders
that's
is one of my
his money. Yeah.
Shout out. That was John Malkovich was great.
That's a really good flick.
Yeah.
And we definitely got some Batman fans in the chat.
Okay,
How
fire
could you
away.
not?
Go
Who's
ahead.
the best Batman is the next question.
Oh,
you know
boy.
it's coming.
Yeah.
You know
this
it's
is an
coming.
age-old debate. This is like 007. Who's the best 007?
It's
right?
only one. It's only one answer for that.
Sean Connery.
1,000%.
Okay, good. All right, we're on the same page there. We weren't on the arenas earlier, but we are now. Okay. Who's
like Chef? Like I was listening to that and thinking this whole time. I was like, man, that's like going to that's like MetLife being your home theater. Arena, and then like, well, it's MetLife is probably the same as Mercedes-Benz Dome, Allegiant Stadium, SoFi.
Okay, that's not an exaggeration, but go ahead.
I was gonna say Dante sent one in. 499 super chat. He says, if Bray doesn't get this one, he'll post the answer in the chat. He says, so this is hell and there's a crucifix in it.
First of all, like my grandfather always told me, when you're good at something, you don't do it for free. So like, I'm off the clock. So I'll let you guys entertain in that answer. What do you got over there, sweet potato? I threw my robe on like James Brown.
You know that one?
No more.
I'm stumped.
No, sirree, I am not the movie expert.
What is the quote again? Just so I can take it in my mental.
He says, so this is hell and there's a crucifix in it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm off the clock.
Yeah, I don't know that one. So I'm not good at that.
Dang, middle-aged sneaker chick sent in a $10 super
like
chat
it's like
movie
Keanu
quote too.
Reeves.
We've opened up something here.
Yeah, you
$10. I'm gonna have to answer that.
I'm gonna wait to see Dante's answer, but middle-aged sneaker chick, she says $10 super chat. MQM, the universe is a pretty big place. It's bigger than anything. Let me see here. Sorry, Cam, I got you all on the screen. She said it's bigger than anything anyone has ever dreamed of before. So if it's just us, seems like an awful waste of space.
That's a long quote.
That one is a long one.
Oh shoot! Read the rest of that.
Yeah,
that thing was.
The universe is a pretty big
like a
place.
paragraph.
It's bigger than anything anyone has ever dreamed of before. So if it's just us, seems like an awful waste of space.
Whoever it is talking about aliens. So whatever that movie will be along lines of aliens.
Are they giving the answer in the chat?
I'm waiting to see it, man.
Okay, all right.
Dante says for his, the answer is Birdcage, the late great comedian
Robin Williams.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Robin Williams, Nathan Lane.
Yeah, he was in that too. That's a good point.
Shot in Miami.
You said who's the best Batman?
Yeah.
Who's the worst Batman?
Oh man, George Clooney.
Yeah.
George Clooney was like, come on, George, like stick to the Renaissance movies and or the hospital show. Shout out to ER. But no, you know what? No, it wasn't George Clooney. I take that back. I think it was Val Kilmer.
Okay.
If Val Kilmer snuck in there and was bad, George Clooney was bad.
I was going to say Ben Affleck.
I liked his
There
portrayal.
were elements of Ben that I can tolerate. Like
Okay.
Val Kilmer was a knockoff Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm.
And then George Clooney was like, what are you even doing here? Like, that whole movie was like, what is this? Like, why is Arnold Schwarzenegger to freeze? Time to freeze. Like, what? Like, what are we doing here?
I think there's literally 13 people who have played Batman at some point. All right? Who's the best? You think it's Sean Connery, right?
No, it was Bond.
Or, I mean, that's Bond. I mean, you think it's who? Christian Bale? Do you think he's the best?
I think there's elements. Bell and Michael Keaton, there's elements.
Okay. What about, who's that guy, Robert Pattinson? How about him?
I like what his Batman is. Like, I like the cinematic universe they're using for that one. I like the acting better in that one. I like the darkness, because I believe that Batman's character in DC Comics, which is Detective Comics, is actually dark.
Yeah.
So I actually enjoy that. I think the Penguin, which we saw in the TV show, with what's his name? He won.
Colin
Farrell he was outstanding.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I like what that Batman was.
Yeah.
Even the villain in the first one, was
really good.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how people feel about that, but that's good. I think I don't know the Batman characters all that well because I don't really watch.
My only
a lot
issue
of
with
those.
Christian Bale is like the moves are so like robotic.
Robotic, yeah.
Like, I think all the elements outside of fighting, like, he wins, but the fights, it's like I believe Ben Affleck fighting more than I did
That's
Christian
why I like
Bale.
Ben Affleck's Batman.
In the Batman vs
Straight
Superman.
brute. Yeah.
Not Batman vs Superman, but yeah, Batman vs Superman. Ben actually was. I'm like, it's kind of believable.
Okay.
I mean, it was in the comics, and that's
Christian
why I
Bale,
liked it.
What are you doing? Stop with that move.
Be a Bray on the set.
Like, when
hey,
he
Christian,
took the gun,
you're just
yeah.
way too robotic. I need something. Whew, whew.
No, that's what
Okay.
he did. He was like, his moves were like not bad.
Yeah, like when the Joker broke into his penthouse, and he was just
1000%.
walking, and like he took the gun, it was like, I'm like Batman moves like that.
What are we?
It's still a cool universe, though.
It's like he's still learning.
Yeah.
Like Batman has to move.
Alfred,
like
I
he
have to
doesn't-
learn how to be
Like, it's
Batman.
training, yeah.
Like, you're watching, you're like, oh, he was counting that. He's
That's
counting
funny.
steps.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Let's do ballers
1, 2, 3,
and
Doc.
ballers and bums,
Okay.
shall we?
Ooh.
Before we get to the bottom of the hour,
I like it.
Ballers and bums every Monday. Braylon's ballers and Braylon's bum.
Y'all see the bums down there.
Okay.
I like always
yeah,
go first,
yeah.
though.
We see the bum down at the bottom, and we see the man who's headed toward the end zone yet again with a football in hand.
Yeah, with a first rounder behind him. Check that out.
Hey, who is that behind him?
Dante Whitner.
Oh, okay.
9th pick overall to the Buffalo Bills.
Safety, right?
Yep.
Safety. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Give us
Ballers.
your baller and your bum for the week.
I feel like I always go first, but you know.
Well, you
what?
want me to go first? I'll
No,
go
yeah,
first.
go first then. Sean.
Okay. My baller is Connor McDavid, and here's the reason why: 3 straight games of 3 points or more.
We were just
for
talking
Team
about him, huh?
Canada. Yeah.
What, Thursday?
So he has set the Canadian Olympic record since pros were allowed in with points already. They've only played 3 games. He's already got 9 points. He's got possibly 3 games left. The all-time leader in Olympic competition in Canada is Sidney Crosby with 16. So he is not far behind. And
Sidney's been to more than one.
Yeah, and more than one. He's had a goal. He had a goal and 2 helpers in their 10-2 blowout of France. Leads that first line with Crosby and Macklin Celebrini. They are an absolute machine. They scare the hell out of me. Their offense, the United States defense, if they do meet, and they could meet in the gold medal game, their defense is going to have to be on point to beat those guys because their speed is unbelievable.
So that top 5 most exciting players was right on time.
You were. That's the reason I brought it up.
Right on
You know.
time. Shout out, Shep. Okay, who bummed it up for you this weekend, man? Who dropped the
Kansas State bummed it up for me. And let me explain
The
why.
Wildcats.
So they fired their head coach here, Jerome Tang. Now it's his 4th
He
season.
looked like he just got fired.
He does. Yeah. His first season.
Who, me?
His first season, they were really good. All right. They reached the NCAA tournament. They had 26 wins. It was the first time they reached postseason play in the NCAA tournament since 2013. The following 2 years, not so good, and this year they've been terrible. Okay, they're 1-11, awful. He called out his team, said they don't deserve to wear the jersey. They're soft in so many words. We're going to practice at 6 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to find out who wants to play. Not everyone's going to be here. The school fired him.
Yeah.
for what they called cause because he actually had the gall in front of a microphone to tell everybody who witnessed it that his team was not worthy. And that's how soft we've become. So for me, you don't want to fire them because they're bad, so be it. But stand on that. Don't give me this because of the publicity that he's received due to his negative comments about his team who deserve to be called out. He's the guy who unfortunately pays the price, and I'll take Kansas State as my Braylon's bum for the week.
I like it. Just be careful, though, when you call people out. Like, your track record better deserve calling someone out. I understand if their team isn't playing up to snuff, which at 111, you're not. You're cheeks.
Yeah.
With that being said.
And he's part of that, right?
He
didn't use any players' names. He said some players. He never used a specific player's name.
Okay.
Unlike Mick Cronin, who after the loss to Michigan in Ann Arbor on Saturday, actually mentioned 2 specific players and that they couldn't hit a 3.
All right, I like it.
Okay.
So you went first, I'll go second.
All
All
right.
right. My baller is none other than the logo. And Michael Jordan finally got a significant win with his stock car group. It is the 23rd X. I think that's what this group is. 23X. So shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike, man. Mike's just a winner. Too bad he couldn't do it with the owning the Charlotte Bobcats, but I doubt anybody can make that happen. Shout out to him. I would just say this though, Mike. Like in the era we live in now,
that's a Braylon jab.
Like stay away from the little kid. 'Cause Mike, I'm on your side. Mike, I'm on your side. I'm on your team. I know your name wasn't mentioned in a certain situation that's going on in media these days. I know you didn't get mentioned, but just
stay away from the very.
You know what the explanation is, though, right?
I figured it was because was the kid wet from the champagne?
Correct.
I knew
so he was trying to dry it off.
I was like, come on.
I
said, not Mike.
You know how I feel about Jordan, but he says he was trying to Jordan.
Ice or something that went down to.
See, I know.
So in case people missed it, his driver Tyler Reddick won the Daytona 500. It's the Super Bowl of NASCAR, and he only led 1 lap, and it was the final lap.
Yeah,
so Jordan got all teary-eyed, which is pretty cool, and he can't wait for a ring.
Isn't it crazy? Like you had competitive names. Like Jordan been trying to win for a very long time. Like in the sport, won that, now you are tearing up. Like, sometimes they just have it.
Yeah, but isn't it amazing? He's got 6 rings. He's as excited about this as an owner than he was as a player winning the championship that he had a hand in. Granted, he's the owner here. It's not like he's driving the car. He's not next to Tyler Reddick in the cockpit there getting ready to cross the checkered flag. But he was really emotional, which is pretty cool.
Also, too, I think there's a lot that goes into that. I mean, when you think NASCAR, you don't think black people, especially, Jordan knowing about eventually he's from North Carolina. And so he knows what race car is, essentially. You get into this, and this isn't like basketball where Jordan on the court can figure it out. Jordan on the court can get you to a championship. If you're going to win it, probably, and 6-0 would say that. But this is from behind. This is watching other people in the business that you're still learning, and you have to depend on, and you got to lean on. You got to lean on that driver. You got to lean on the crew. You got to lean on what people tell you. So having to do all that and be able to get a win, he's looking at a lot of different factors when he's crying.
I can imagine the amount of study that he put into the various things that a good racing team needs to have. And was willing to do something like that. So that's a good one. I like it.
All right, this is going to be the first person that has been a baller and a bum. Now, I don't like the term bum necessarily because this is, a younger individual. He's competing against the world. I'm not trying to call this young man a bum. But for the sake of ballers and bums, he's a bum this weekend, and that is Ilya Malinin, who also was a baller on the show last weekend after what he did for the team competition, how he blew the doors away, and his performance allowed them to win. This dude was lights, camera, action, head and shoulders above the whole field. Like, he was the best competitor in men's figure skating, if you will. I know I'm off the books, if you will, but he had it. He was legitimately, all he had to do was finish his routine, and he would have easily won the gold. And he fell not once, but twice. And the second fall wasn't on one of those big moves, as they say, like a triple toe lux. Second move was just on some BS. I think
you triple toe lux, Scott.
100%, man. This is something I'm gonna put together for this week. Is the biggest moments that people choked, per se, if you will. I still don't like the term, but I guess it applies. Kind of like what was his name? Jordan Spieth, the meltdown at the Masters. This was kind of one of those meltdowns.
Or Jean Veldeveld at the
100%.
British
So,
Open, right?
yeah, he could have brought home another gold, but instead he fell twice. And unfortunately, criticism is high and falls on you, Ilya.
It sure does.
Because you don't get another. You can't do this next year, and you can't do this next week.
It takes a long time to make up for that.
4 years.
Yep. Tough one. Really tough one. We got some friends in the studio that we want to get to for sure. When we come back, though, we're going to do what a Lion linebacker might have gotten a little too sensitive when it comes to social media. First, we want to hear from Dr. Pierce and, of course, the best pizza on the planet, Buddy's Pizza.
Attention sports fans, don't miss expert sports injury insights from Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Catch Dr. Pierce every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays right here on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, where he shares top-tier advice to keep athletes in peak condition. Now, remember what I tell you about going to Doc, man. Doc will make sure you have the right diagnosis. It's not about getting diagnosed. It's about getting the right diagnosis. That's why I go there and I swear by it. Arm, leg, back, knee, shoulder, neck, toes, the song, however it goes. You see how I rhyme right there, though. Yeah. He'll get it all right. He'll make sure you have the right diagnosis so you can get the right treatment so that you can get back to being your best self.
You want to be treated right? Go to Buddy's. Buddy's is celebrating 80 years of the original Detroit-style pizza. Grateful to be your hometown favorite. There's a reason they're your hometown favorite, because it's really, really good. Their menu is jam-packed with fan favorites of the award-winning pizzas given. Their signature salads are top-notch, and their homemade pasta is underrated. Save 20% on your next catering order of $200 or more when you order with the promo code Woodward20. Visit buddyspizza.com today.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
To any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network. Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, it's a ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero, icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Plans to sizzle hit the Black Rock Bar and Grill. Now check this out. I just showed you a video of me at Black Rock Bar and Grill showing you that we cleaned the plate. Me and my lady clean, had a great time. The service was great, and we mentioned Woodward Sports and still got the discount. Now with that being said, treat yourself on Tuesdays with Tasty Tuesday special for just $13.99. You can feast on a half a pound of ribs, coconut shrimp, and fries. I also promise you I've had those ribs before. I had them on my grandmother's birthday, and they were fire. Then start your weekend early with Sizzling Thursdays. You'll get a 6-ounce sirloin shrimp scampi, your choice of soup, salad, and a side, all for only $19.99. They are trying to make sure you can enjoy this top rock experience that is Black Rock Bar and Grill. Remember, it's not just a memory, it's an experience.
Did you take some leftovers home for Grandma?
No. That's one of
come
my
on,
grandma
man.
this
Come on.
time. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to say I was shacked up for the weekend.
I got you.
I didn't get a chance to see
All right,
grandma.
all right. At least you're
Love you,
thinking.
Grandma.
At least you're thinking about her, guys.
Always.
Let's be honest. We like simple stuff. We like gimme putts. We like when we're on the golf course, somebody say, "Hey, pick that up. That's good." I like that. It's not the Dan Campbell. We're good. It's that's good. Lady Jane's can relate. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. Walk in, sign in. Before you know it, you are handsome, you are clean, and you are ready for a night of fun. Lady Jane's open 10 till 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It is wicked awesome.
We need to start playing
bet.
a game as we welcome back the crowd. Appreciate you guys for joining this weekend.
I like games.
This week, excuse me. 100%. That game needs to be every time someone takes a shot at the Detroit Lions, we have to vote if it was a good shot or not. If it wasn't a good shot, then you got to put $1 in the pot or $1 in a jar. You got to put something in the jar.
It's got to be a good shot, as in
a good joke, good jab.
A good jab.
Yeah, it's
Right.
got to be warranted. So I feel like
would you have said my Lady Jane's
chat
notice there?
decide?
Would that have been a good one, or would I be owing $1 today?
That would be up for vote.
Yeah, we'll let the chat decide.
We let the chat. It'd be up for vote.
Okay.
I feel like we've been taking a lot of shots. I know I have. Let me speak for myself. I've taken a lot of shots in the Lions. I got to start seeing if some of them are warranted, or am I doing too much?
It's kind of the common theme. The same jab is over and over again. We're good, right? It's
there
are certain
the easy one.
There are certain things that are said by athletes or by front office personnel that they can't live down.
This is true, but also too in that space, in Shep's words, see that's low hanging fruit.
Yes, that's right.
See that comment, even though it's great, it's low hanging fruit. Sometimes I can say, all right, man, you took the easy one, Shep.
Got to go deeper.
Put $1 in.
Yeah, got to go deeper. I'm with you on that.
All right.
Hey, speaking of the Lions social media team is out there. They're always working pretty hard. They work hard just like our Woodward Sports social media team. They're always busting it for sure. And recently on Valentine's Day, they had a very creative tweet, and it said, "Not all breakups are bad. Happy Valentine's Day." It's very cute, okay? Not all breakups are bad. Happy Valentine's Day. And then it was a video reel of the various past breakups that the Lions boasted this year.
Okay.
Alex Anzalone had a career-high 9 pass breakups this season. A career high. He wasn't involved in any of their video montage and took exception to it. So he retweeted it and put, "Had a career-high 9 pass defended, and not one made it. And other free agents were on the video too." And then that emoji of the, what would that face be? Like, oh boy, puzzling, or I
That's
wonder
rolling
why?
his eyes.
Rolling his eyes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely rolling his eyes.
What do you take away from that besides me believing it's a little too sensitive and stay off X for a while if you want to, Alex?
Talk to me, bro.
And multiple forms of X after this post on X. Yeah, I think this is a bit too sensitive. I think he's still uncertain. He's still pissed at how the last season played out. He did not get the extension that he wanted last season before the season started. And now in the offseason, he's kind of like hanging in limbo. Like, he doesn't know if there's something more here, if there's something somewhere else, what's going to happen. And I think he feels as though for what I've put into the Detroit Lions, for how I've been here, for blah, 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 there should be some more love. There should be some more respect, if you will. At the end of the day, there is no respect, there is no love, so get over it. Like, all that soft stuff, man, get out of here with that. You don't even play secondary. You're a linebacker, and yes, you had 9 defensive pass breakups, unless you had 9 PBUs, and they definitely were necessary last year, but you don't play a position where when you say breakups, I'm thinking PBUs when I think of linebackers. When I think of Alex Anzalone, who actually struggles in
not
coverage.
pass defended.
Yeah, not pass defended. So, like, for him to kind of be upset about this, you got to pull your skirt down a little bit on this one.
Why does this bother him? Why would this bother him? It seems very petty and sensitive.
Because I think when you're already of the mind, this organization doesn't value me, or this organization doesn't like me, or why won't they, etc., or whatever that conversation is, you're looking at everything they do, trying to insert yourself here.
Yeah.
This was a chance where they could have put me in this, and they didn't.
Everybody's out to get me.
When they were talking about the best tackles last year, I mean, I had a couple.
Yeah.
So, like, this is him already being on
reaching.
See, that was no shot. That was a shot. This is him trying to insert himself and to be honest, being a little sensitive at how everything is played out from last year till now. Get over it.
I just don't see how you gain anything from this.
Get off social media.
Or, well, there's a lot of athletes who use it to their advantage. That's fine. I mean, there before the grace of God go I. Should I get off it? I suppose.
That's pretty good.
I understand why some of them are on it, okay?
If this is going to be you on it, then get off.
Exactly. That's well put. Like, if you're expecting something different, like before you press send, understand what you're about to get into. We've all been there, okay? I've been there too. But before you press send, think of what the negativity will be associated with this and how it might be interpreted. And obviously he didn't.
As somebody that has put myself in situations where I've said a lot on social media and, sometimes I've had to deal with what came with that, there are moments where you go back and forth with people on Twitter, or there are moments where you see a post and you're like, I want to post on that. Just ask yourself, is it worth it?
Exactly.
Ask yourself, especially if you're not that type of person. Alex Anzalone isn't the type that's on social media sparring with the organization, sparring with people, sparring with other players. That's just not how he's cut. So if that's not how you're cut, don't be in this space of sensitivity, and now you want to start commenting. Just stay away from it.
Brady's preaching because we've all been there where
we have
typed it up and then just deleted it. Like, I'm not.
I typed it up.
I did it this morning.
Dude, I typed it up and I sent it.
Like, I'm not.
I typed it up and I sent it, and it probably wasn't real smart. It's been there, done that. This is how you learn a little bit. You just wonder what the repercussions are. Here's a guy who I think a lot of people really are respected and appreciated. But when he comes back in another uniform, if he comes back in another uniform, then how is he going to be treated? Probably not as favorably.
Fans have been
not as favorably as he would have. Yeah.
It's funny. The Detroit Lions, everyone says everything positive about them. Like in the last 4 years, everything is positive about the organization, cafeteria, anything Detroit Lions is positive, with the exception of last season. Everything is positive. The only thing I can point to that always has some level of interest, that's against, the positive persona of the Lions is when players leave.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of players that have left, like as they left, they've gotten awards, whether it was with players that still existed on the line, whether it was with fans online, whether it was little comments. There's been a bunch of players that have left, and this is what it is. And I wonder if it's just like, man, they don't love me no more, man. Why y'all don't love me?
Exactly. We all want to be loved, wanted, admired, and liked. If I could change my Braylon's baller back, I would, but I can't. It's too late. Because Team USA won today over Team Sweden in a 5-0 final.
And what event?
Okay, in women's hockey. Okay, with that win via the shutout, the United States women's hockey team has set the record for longest streak in women's Olympic history. They shut out Finland 5-0, Switzerland 5-0, Canada 5-0, Italy 6-0, Sweden 5-0.
That's BTA.
Goodness.
I feel like
you're outscoring the opposition 26-0.
I feel like women USA, they're always ahead of the curve until they catch up. Because this feels eerily similar to soccer.
Yep.
Eerily similar to
basketball.
There you go. Eerily similar is one more sport. Wow, another team sport to where they were ahead now. Yeah, but don't get caught.
Yeah, don't get caught up in their own hype. Make sure you're staying with it.
Yeah, don't get caught.
One more thing. This is from FanDuel Sportsbook. The USA men's basketball team is going to be loaded in 2028. I'm going to read you the people they think will be there. You tell me not. Ready? Tyrese Haliburton, Anthony Edwards.
Will he play?
Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, Cade Cunningham, Jason Tatum, Cooper Flagg, Evan Mobley, Jalen Williams, Scotty Barnes, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Duren.
I don't know about Book, Mobley.
Mobley is
Book and Mobley, and it's one of the last two.
Mobley is
Scotty Barnes would be there, but I think Mobley and Book.
Would you think it's because they need the length against international comp? With Mobley, Holmgren, and Duren, and Mobley seen as a forward.
I just think because Book is. People think Book is a kid. Like, Book's been in the league for a minute now. So you're talking about another 4 years from now.
Sure.
Book is 13 years in the game, or maybe 12, 13. He's floating in a similar spot where he's damn good, but he hasn't moved up or down in like the last 4 or 5 years.
Well, what I like about this team is there's a lot of defensive guys. Mobley's a defender. Jalen Williams is a defender. We talked about Cade Cunningham being underrated defensively. Yep. Tyrese Haliburton's a pretty good defender. And, of course, the bigs. So I kind of like the makeup of that team the way it is there.
That's the first time you've heard of a team talking NBA, talking USA, where you haven't heard certain names.
Yeah.
There's no Steph on that list. There's
You're
no
right.
Bron
There's
on that
no
list.
Durant
There's
on
no
that
KD on that list.
Right. Yeah.
There's some names that that's it for him.
That's interesting. I'm a little surprised Jaylen Brown, but either way, we still got a couple years.
He's not on there. He's on there.
He's not on there.
Oh, snap.
That makes sense. His beef is different than just playing ball. His beef was with the comments he made about Nike, and Nike is the rep for Team USA. He won't be. Because if he wasn't on Team USA last time, when they desperately needed someone of his actual position,
and they took Derek White,
it was the comments he made about Nike and all that stuff. Like Nike,
that's interesting.
They don't play that.
Yeah,
makes me wonder with Jalen Duren stepping into this stardom, if it's just a matter of a time before we hear about some type of shoe announcement for him as well. When he steps to that new contract and another All-Star appearance, I think it's just a matter of time.
We haven't had a big clunker in a while, like a big guy with a shoe.
They tried to sneak him in that dunk contest, man. I think the NBA, they like what they see over here. It was cool to see Cade Cunningham featured throughout NBA stuff, the main billboard, the main social media posts, and Jalen Duren was getting some love too.
Yeah. To your point, and it's something I paid attention to, and I actually was proud. I was like, what, Kool-Aid and Shep would be proud of this. I paid attention to the Pistons, Cade and Jalen Duren, and just talking to them, talking about the media. Like when they were doing commercials, they were the first people to get talked to. Like during the All-Star pregame, the first people to get talked to was Cade and Jalen. They went there. They talked to J.B. Bickerstaff a couple different times. They went and talked to Cade on the sideline, on the bench. They interviewed Jalen Duren after the second one.
They let Cade just hold the trophy.
He was right there. They was like, I thought he was about to get MVP. I was like, wait, did I watch the same All-Star game? He was just promptly right behind Adam Silver. Like, I'm just waiting for my award.
He knows how to get on the camera. That's a smart thing.
100%.
I saw this on social media, and then we want to get to some of our guests here real quick. Pistons head coaches have won every All-Star event they've participated in. Chuck Daly, Doug Collins, Flip Saunders, J.B. Bickerstaff. They're all 4 for 4 or 4-0. And each one of those teams, by the way, their average win was about 14.5 points per game. Each one of those coaches had multiple Pistons on their teams.
That's fire.
Was Doug Collins a good coach?
So I think he was, but I think he got in his own way. When Doug Collins, and I was calling a lot of Piston games back then. When he came to Detroit, my first question to him was this. What did you learn from your time in Chicago that you don't want to repeat in Detroit? And he said, it's a really good question. He said, I don't want to talk too much because players tune you out. He got here, and he was pretty good to start, and then he started to talk too much. And players ended up tuning out.
Yeah.
That's why when I've gone to practices like Dwayne Casey, like J.B. Bickerstaff, I like how they handle their practice. Unlike a certain coach who was before Monty Williams, whose name I won't say, where it was just one voice, you want to hear multiple voices. I think it's more effective.
I know what you're talking about.
Future coaches, it's pretty easy to figure out.
100%.
Future coaches, keep that in mind. So anyway, let's make sure we're caught up on the Super Chats, and let's say hello to some friends here in the studio and invite them back anytime. So go ahead.
Yeah, we do. We actually got a couple things here. Michael Ware, he says, Tommy and I went to school together at Northeastern High. Trying to think what part of the conversation was. I might have missed it. But, yeah, Michael Ware definitely put that context in the chat, and I'll read it. We also have a couple more from Michael Ware and Freddie Felt. Michael Ware, $5 Super Chat, says, Shep, a total of 17 people played Batman, with 9 of them doing the movies. And I think one of my most favorite renditions
9 of them. Okay. So he's not counting Adam West, right? I mean, Adam West would be...
I wonder.
I wonder.
Because that would be like the
That's good info, though. Thank
TV
you.
one.
I thought it was 13. Thank you for the correction.
Yep. And I like, obviously, the animated series. I think that's the GOAT Batman. But
the Pop and Wow and Slam.
The cartoon series.
Yeah. And Kadooey. All that stuff. All right, good for you.
And then Freddie fell through with the 199 Super Chat says, I thought blondes have more fun. He says Campbell greater than sign Thor. And I guess that's what an Alex Anzalone reference. I'm thinking.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I will say this, Dan. This year, less commercials. Less commercials. Like I'm telling you, whenever you see teams lose, like it's always you start to
for real.
You always start to look at what is the commercial output of the team.
You are so right.
Star players, the coaches, etc. Like Dan Campbell, just 1 year.
Well, the first time we saw him in an Applebee's commercial, we're like, they've arrived.
Yep.
Everybody believes.
They're
national. Now you see him in the Applebee's commercial, and everyone's like, okay. Enough.
And what happened was you saw the offensive line week 1 against the Packers. He was like, no more Applebee's commercials. Y'all got to figure some stuff out. We're going to tone this down a little bit.
So true.
1,000%. Shep.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and introduce somebody in the sound booth. Ladies and gentlemen, like, Woodward Sports is always open to bring individuals in, I'm saying, see what you
especially
can do.
this show.
100%. Hey, especially this show. We've broken a lot of people in this business in this show. But today we bring in an individual who his father and I used to run against each other, used to high jump against each other, if you will, years ago. But now Sam Renfro is in the booth and trying to make a name for himself in this business. So to Sam, we say, what up, though?
Hey, Sam.
What up, though?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
What is it you'd like to do in this business?
Well, I would like to do it similar to what you guys are doing, just be on the podcast, talk about the sports going on, the news and everything about that.
Share your opinion, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell us your opinion about the NBA All-Star Game, since that's where we started today. We'd like your thoughts on it.
I think that they're going in the right direction, trying to switch the narrative and kind of switch the game around, because I think it's starting to get a little bit boring and less competitive. And I think yesterday there was a lot more competitiveness, and look a lot better.
Love that, man.
Oh,
I would say that.
He does. That's good.
Yeah, it was real
He's
good.
good.
Go.
He's good, man. I can see it. The
give him
star
a
is
little
rising.
man.
The star is rising.
One question. We gotta give him a couple more, Sep. We gotta give him a couple more. Hold the phone. Yo, Sep, we were talking about Cade, Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards kind of be. First of all, you call me Braylon. You call me Braylon. I appreciate that. Respect your father taught you well. Call me be easy, man. Cade, Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards, they're like the future faces of the league. Yep. What do you think about them and who's the guy right now?
I think the guy right now is Wemby. I think a lot of guys are starting to realize like Wemby's starting to arrive, and I think he's putting the league on notice, and I think within the next 5-6 years you'll really start to see like I think he's gonna be that guy. I think Cade too. I won't forget about Cade. Obviously being a Detroit fan.
Shout out.
But I think Cade also is like he's the first big guard I think in our time to like I don't know, he's really taken over. And
yeah.
I think he's turning Detroit around. I think for a while we've been the laughingstock of the league. We had like the worst record in franchise history and we're doing terrible and he's really turning it around.
Look at terrible. Detroiters, man.
We do your homework.
We wear it on our sleeves.
He knows it.
I think we're bringing back the message that, like defense.
Yeah.
We haven't had a lot of defense and Jalen Duren and Paul, Isaiah Stewart, even Cade too. I mean, I think what they're doing in Detroit right now is really good.
Love that.
They're turning it around.
All right, we're gonna open.
You are correct.
We're gonna open this up a little bit with the Winter Olympics going on right now. Have you had a chance to dive into anything that was Winter Olympics? If not, I'll switch the topic up quick.
I watched a little bit of the women's hockey. Shout out women's hockey. They've been doing good. Great.
I was gonna say like watching the Winter Olympics is one of those things where we were talking Shep earlier. I can't seem to figure out the scoring. Like every time I think whether I'm watching the ski jumps, whether I'm watching snowboarding, or I'm watching a couple skates, I'm like, all right, that looked like a pretty good. It's like a bad score. Yeah. Or if I think somebody, they didn't really do that much. What 170? How'd you get a 170?
Yeah. Like what are you watching?
Yeah.
But let's keep this in mind. Everything. Let's keep this in mind. When we do Braylon's breakdown during the football season,
my mind went there.
What are you looking at? You see things that we don't see until you point them out. It's probably no different than how they're scoring different events. What I can't figure out is like, did you see that there's some kind of controversy over curling?
Oh, they cheated.
Team Sweden.
They say cheated.
You can't touch the stone. Don't touch the stone.
Once it passes the line, you can't touch the stone.
Yeah. And what's that line called? It's some freaky name.
I forgot that.
Whatever it is. Some horde line or something. I forget what it's called.
I've never seen so many curling experts in my life.
I know. So they're coming out of the woodwork for crying out loud.
I don't know what it is, man. It's just one of those things. Like whenever you're watching, you instantly act like you are with the football. Like everybody's a couch GM. Everybody's a couch quarterback.
Yeah.
I was watching figure skate, and I was like, he could have released her a little bit higher on that one. I was like, what am I even talking about?
Hey, Shep, intern Jared said it's called the hog line.
The hog line. Thank you.
How'd you forget that, Shep? The hog line.
No. Once you hear something like that should be memory burn. But Jared remembered. Thank you, Jared.
Yeah. 1,000%. You been watching any Michigan basketball a little bit? Because I know there was something that we wanted to get to. Shep,
I've been watching Michigan basketball, but I'm an MSU guy.
But we number one in the country right now. I asked you all that. Well, you be watching March 8th?
No, yeah.
Chance to get. What did you see in the first game? This is fair. What did you see in the first game? Why was Michigan able to kind of win that game handily at the end?
I think honestly, they got out right out of the gate and started playing good and with a lot of intensity, and I think they don't play around.
Yeah.
They get straight to it, and I think the problem with us is, or MSU anyways, we kind of played out slow. We started off slow, had a really bad first half, and with Michigan, they're on the go from the start, and they don't slow down. They don't let off at all. They keep it going.
It's tough to win when you start 1 for 11, isn't it?
Right.
Okay, here's a quick one. Ready? Michigan's number 1. There's 61 votes. They got 60. Who do you think got the other vote?
Arizona?
Nope.
Ooh. Houston?
Correct. And lastly, where is Michigan State rated?
10th, right? 10th?
Well, they were 10th, but remember, they got beat up pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. We did.
So how far do you think they fell?
Let me see. 15?
Correct. They're 15.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good guess.
That's
the way to know it.
He's on. We got to ask one last question.
Okay, one last one before we're out of here.
You can pick it. You can pick
go ahead.
No.
Yeah, and I got one question for him and the cast.
Okay.
As well.
All right.
One player or one position the Lions need to draft, and one position they need to pick up in free agency. So, what position free agency do you want the Lions to go after? And the draft, what must they draft for you?
Okay, free agency, I would say defensive end. I think we need to help out Hutch.
Okay.
Big time. I think we need to help him out.
There we go.
I think drafting wise, that's a tough one.
Trench work.
Tackle.
Yeah, our offensive line this year was bad. Our offensive line, I think we need to help out our offensive line big time. We just lost Dan Skipper too. So
there it is.
I mean, yeah, I think we need to help out our offensive line because we went from like the best to like this year it almost like I couldn't even recognize our offensive line.
He's a kindred brother of this show.
Yeah, he must be watching. All right, you got a quick thought before we're out of here on the Braylon Edwards show.
I do, and it comes from Maze Dutt with a $4.99 super chat, and he says all grandmas couldn't cook. He says, Bray, what's your favorite dish from yours? And I guess if anybody in the crew got something.
Oh, man, greens. Yeah, like greens she made, like they had to retire them. That's how good they were. But my mom and Jay, they've assembled the manor. But, man, those greens back
Your
in the
dad
day.
doesn't double up? Because your dad's good cook.
But he asked about grandma. Like dad can cook. He's sitting in the studio right now. Everybody always gets invited. You see the menus that we have from time to time. But we was talking about grandma with the cooking arm, with the whipping arm.
All right, but before we go, let's introduce
the
the rest of the family because I don't want to just give the microphone to one part of the talented crew that also is very familiar with you.
We had Kool-Aid setting up the camera. Now the camera is set up. This is one of my former one of my competitors, if you will, and my guy, Melvin Renfro. And Melvin, this is your son. Introduce.
Yep, Melvin Renfro. This is my son, Henry Renfro.
How you guys doing?
Hey, Henry.
Hey, fire your jacket, too. That Lions jacket is fire.
It's not my size, but you know what I'm saying? I was looking at it when I first came in, 1,000%. Talk about it, man. You got the Lions jacket, you got the Lions coat on, also had the bandage and the splint on the finger. So I know you're getting to it on athletically wise. What about the Detroit Lions?
Man, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't really paying attention to football this year.
Okay, what were you paying attention to?
It's a good year to take it off.
Mostly track, because that's when I'm busy half the time.
Talk about it real quick, man. What events do you do? Your brother does track as well. What are you guys into?
I do long jump and high jump, and then my brother, he runs the 200, and he does long jump too. And then really this year, I'm just trying to put myself out there for recruiters and stuff to look at me.
That's awesome.
So
what do you learn from your dad?
Yeah.
What do you learn from your dad? Because he was such a high-level athlete.
I've learned a lot from him. He's basically been my only coach up until I'd probably say like 2 years ago. But he's been helping me with track for quite a bit, and then really we're just working on some stuff and trying to put me out there, like I said.
It's a beautiful
I know
thing.
those dinner conversations, they get a little tight, you know what I'm saying, when you and Pops get into it on
Oh yeah.
Dinner.
Yeah, I've been there too. I've been there too. 1,000%.
Who you looking at, Bray?
Nobody. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Just throwing it up. Appreciate having you guys in the studio, man.
Thanks for coming, guys.
We're gonna have your brother in the studio a little bit. I know he's finishing up high school. We're gonna see where this goes, move. So we'll have you guys in a little bit more. And we'll have some more questions for you next time, man. See what's going on.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Good to
seeing
see you
as
guys,
well,
man. Thanks a lot. Thank you for joining us here on the Braylon Edwards Show. We're here every single Monday through Friday from 2 until 4 here on Woodward Sports. We'll see you again tomorrow. Don't forget the heavyweights
Find
later
something
on
to watch
today at 5.
tonight. What are you watching tonight?
Yeah, there's a top 5 matchup in college basketball that you could possibly see.
Okay.
That might
Deal.
not be a bad one. All right.
I'm in.
We'll talk about it
So-
tomorrow. All right.
That's right.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep,
Do you believe this comeback?
your favorite sports commentator, as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.